Okay, so the first 24 hours of your denture journey is weird, wild, and emotional. You're gonna feel you you may feel different emotions. When you go to take your dentures out on that 24th hour to rinse your mouth out, to rinse the dentures out, it may feel snug because your bone and your gums are doing all these weird things. They're swollen. They just went through a lot of dental trauma of being removed and extracted. So they're doing all these things. And when you go to take them out, there's going to be some blood, dried blood or fresh blood, but that's to be understood because usually your immediates are going in right after the extractions, so there will be blood. You're gonna rinse it out with warm. I rinsed them out with warm water. You can also clean them with the Dawn dish soap. And you're gonna rinse your mouth out once you take them out with warm salt water. You're gonna want to do that, but don't swish it around. You're just gonna like put it in your mouth and then kind of just turn your head around so it gets all the way all in around your mouth, and then you're gonna lean over the sink and just let it fall out of your mouth. You're gonna want to spit it out, but you can't do that. You're gonna really focus on just letting it just drip out because you don't want to disturb the extraction sites that's now forming the blood clots so that it can form new tissue and heal properly. And you're still not, you're still I'm not gonna say that you won't feel some way when you first take out those teeth and your new smile and clean them, and when you look at yourself in the mirror and you might not feel a way. I definitely did, because that was, for me, it was a jump scare because I've never seen myself without teeth. And so you may feel emotions, you may feel like you can't look at yourself. I don't know how, I can't speak for how each person will react, but I know that I definitely felt some way, but I didn't regret it. I just more was like, wow, like I felt like I looked like my grandmother. And it kind of freaked me out a little bit, and that's normal. You may feel grief if you're still feeling like, I don't know if I did the right thing, and almost second guessing yourself. That is normal as well. I didn't have the regret necessarily, but I did mourn. I did grieve, even though I was grieving teeth that hurt me, that had a lot of infections, that gave me a lot of issues, that they were really bad, because it shouldn't have took 20 minutes for them to take out 32 teeth. Like that means they were really bad. And it was really bad in there. And I did grieve, but my grief was more at the beginning when the dentist told me that was my only option. I cried when he told me. I cried whenever I was talking to the finance people and seeing what my options were and how much it was. I cried when I told my husband. I cried the whole day. But once I started watching the denture content and saw that people who had already been through what I was about to go through, and they were still thriving. They life didn't stop. That gave me hope that everything was gonna be okay, and to understand this was a process. That it's okay if I felt emotions. It's okay if there was regret. It's okay that I was grieving, because you're grieving an old you, an old smile. You're grieving something that was a part of you, and that's normal. You're looking at a new face. And because there is some facial changes with your new smile versus your old one. I don't know about y'all, but I had a lot of loss and all kinds of issues, and my face was shaped a little different, and you get used to it. Within those first 24 hours, you're still swollen in places, so you may feel like, I remember, if you look at earlier videos, I kept doing this because I kept feeling like I had like, it looks funny, like puffy here and swollen and like big, like and I had to understand that was part of it, and that it was just getting used to it for the swelling to go down. And trust me, the swelling goes down, your gums up top heal up and back, and the gums at the bottom, heal down and back. And so they don't feel as bulky. Your immediates won't feel as bulky, like they won't look as bulky. And they feel bulky now because you have something new in your mouth that you've never had there. It's a foreign object, so they feel super bulky. You feel like you can't talk, but you get used to it. Just keep trying to talk. The more you talk, even if you just read out loud, read anything. Read. Somebody said singing helped them. For me, reading and just talking. I was just talking. I was just making videos and talking to myself in the videos, and that helped. Even if I feel like I sound crazy, even though I had to stop and swallow, because you're going to salivate a lot, okay? I wish somebody would have told me that, because I kept feeling like, why is there so much saliva going on in here? It's okay. And then you got to retrain yourself. It's almost like you got to retrain yourself to swallow because there's something new in your mouth that it's like your mind is like, you can't swallow this, and it's not processed, and that it's your new teeth. So you'll get more used to it the more you wear them. Clean them. Like I said, cleaning them in the first 24 hours, it's super crazy. It gets easier, but it's a process. Yeah, so it's welcome to your new journey. The community is awesome, and I found a lot of answers out, because like I said, the dentist doesn't tell you a lot. You just get the extractions. They give you a little bit of instructions on the paper and the do's and don'ts, and it's limited. And then boom, they send you on your merry way. You go back for adjustments and stuff, but that's usually like the dental assistants that help you with that. But you know, the most information I gained was on here, because you know that's where I got a lot of my answers. There, here in YouTube, just a lot of my answers came from there. Watching people's journeys, asking, and people are really helpful. They answer questions, and most of the time, if you just watch their videos, they kind of even say it if you look at their journey. So be gentle with yourself within the first 24 hours. Be gentle with yourself during this whole process, because it's a process. It's got its ups and downs, and it's got its days. But for me, sticking to it, and just knowing that the more I wear them, the more I get used to it. The more I try to eat with them, the more I got used to it. The more that I just kept going, even through the frustrations, even through the emotions, even through the jump scares, that it got easier. And it just gets easier that way. It's a process. That there's going to be processes of adjustments needed. There's going to be process as it's healing. You know, there may be bone spurs. The bone is going to be doing some weird things and sticking out and doing this. And the gums are going to be shifting and healing. And there's just a lot going on. So be gentle with yourself. Be patient with yourself. For me, it was a whole lot of prayer, patience, and research. And the research for me was watching the different videos, especially if I had a question like, is this normal? Like, I was just going on TikTok and putting it in, and boom shakalaka, a bunch of people was going through the same thing, or had went through the same thing. And if there's anything that I missed for the first 24 hours, guys, drop it for the people that's going through it, that's about to go through it, stuff that you experience, because my experience may not be your experience, but it's okay to put it in the comments, and we help those people, help the people that's going through it, about to go through it, know that this is a normal feeling, or whatever they're feeling is normal, so that they can relate to it. Because a lot of people, I've saw somebody else say, well, nobody's going through what I'm going through. So y'all drop down if you can, if you so choose, if you want to share, not a requirement, what you're going through, what you went through, what you felt, your first 2 weeks, your first 24 hours, your first week, how it's going now, and share your journey. There's more people that, you know, could relate to whatever it is that you're experiencing more than you think, and watching your journey will encourage them. So love you guys. Have a blessed day.